hybrid tent, meaning it has canvas on the roof, synthetics on the side. What's up, internet? Today we're going to look at the Mountain INC2 from KingCamp. If you've been watching the shorts, you'll know that this thing has been in cold weather with the wood stove, snow, rain, you name it. This tent has been through it, and honestly, it has been a really good tent. Now, this tent I would consider a hybrid tent, meaning it has canvas on the roof, synthetics on the side. The styling is after the old scout tents or small wall tent, however you would prefer. So let's go over some of the features of why I actually really like this tent. So this tent comes in a khaki color or a green like mine is. I actually prefer the green because, as you can see, even with no leaves on the trees, it's hard to spot. If you're using this for hunting or just don't want to be seen, I would suggest go with the green, but that of course is up to you. It measures out at 133.9 inches long, 94.5 inches wide, 86.6 inches peak height. The sidewalls are 43.3 inches. The roof is made out of a 210 technical cotton. Sidewalls are 150D Oxford and has a 210D Oxford floor. The carrying bag is definitely pretty beefy at 500D Oxford, and it actually has pretty good stakes, which you have to admit nowadays is pretty rare. It weighs about 33 pounds, which really isn't that bad for a tent this size, especially when you're comparing them to the old style scout tent. Now, this is a true 4-season tent, which is actually kind of rare because normally a tent does things good, but neither one of them great. But this one actually does both of them really good. Both the front and the back can be opened up completely and get plenty of ventilation. They both are screened in, so you don't have to worry about bugs. It has 2 side windows that are zip up and down. And if you look at the roof, it overhangs so that when it's raining, you can actually have a side window pretty far down before it'll even come into the tent. It has 4 pockets, 1 E-port that's zippered, so you don't have to worry about critters getting into that. Now, the way this tent sets up is a little bit different than your standard single pull in the center. It actually has like a cage setup that slips on the inside and a center pull that is easily put in, giving it a lot more rigidity. And it's definitely needed for snow loads. It also has a stove jack that can be fully removed, or you can leave it how it is. It doesn't really matter. I just leave mine because, knowing me, when I leave, I'll forget that I took it out and I'll leave it at home. This was definitely a very well thought out tent. It has overhangs on the front, and it also has loops on the front guy lines, so you can hang a lantern or whatever you want. With that being said, my recommendation to you is to set this up in the yard, let it get rained on, and let it stretch out a little bit. And what I mean by that is, when it's brand new out of the box, it's real tight. The zippers are hard to do, so you got to let it kind of remember to be a tent. Once you do that, you shouldn't have a problem with rain. You shouldn't have a problem with anything, really. So if this tent fits something that you want to do, have a look at it. You might be impressed. Now, after talking to KingCamp, they offered a 20% discount. It'll be good until the end of May, I believe. As you all know, we do not take affiliates, commissions, none of that. We believe all sales should stay between the company and the customer, which means that we do not make a dime on any link, any discount code, anything in our description that includes sponsors, which is why we can say, buy it, don't buy it, doesn't matter to us. And you all have a good one.
I'm your huckleberry.